Love this podcast? Support this show through the Acast supporter feature. It's up to you how much you give, and there's no regular commitment. Just hit the link in the show description to support now.
Welcome to the Apollo Audio Podcast.
Hello, hello.
Hello, Billy.
Hello,
I started wrong again. I'm Martin Lumsden, producer and engineer. Hello, Billy.
I'm not Martin.
No,
I'm Billy.
You're Billy. And I'm joined by Billy Hills. It's the Apollo Audio Podcast with Martin Lumsden and Billy Hills. It says that on the thumbnail now.
Oh, wow. Have you got my picture uploaded yet?
Yeah.
I need to have a look at that.
Yeah, so anyone who's just like downloading this and listening, have a look at the new thumbnail and you can look
maybe
at us.
put them off.
You can see us looking goofy
Yeah.
on the front. Yeah, I've even put our names on it.
Wow.
So
I can find us
I don't
now.
know. I don't know why I did that. Well, it's because I forget to say it every week.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
probably why. How have you been?
Oh, good. Been doing a lot of studios. Been going through some transition periods. Been talking about it a bit. Did a post the other day about it and how just times have been tough for the music sector in general. We've had to stop paying VAT now, which is come out of nowhere, really.
Yeah.
And I think people think, oh, you must be doing really well if you're adding VAT.
Yeah.
No, it's all our prices have gone up.
Yeah.
So then that adds to turnover and everything like that, and
Yeah.
they don't take into account profits, just turnover.
Yeah.
So we're not making any more money by doing it, and then unfortunately we've had to put that back onto the customers to some degree, but
Yeah.
it doesn't mean we're making any more money. It's just covering the costs. So that's been really tough to do that.
Yeah.
Also, business rates have come out from nowhere as well. So it's just a hard time, but we're getting through it.
Yeah.
We're still investing in it. We're still putting money back into it. So
I was going to
hopefully
say put him back in because, like you said, it's been the studio's had a real good taking care of.
Yeah.
Over the last month or so,
Yeah.
with, like you said, you've
Just updates.
refreshed everything, new gear, made sure all everything's working that should be working. So yeah, just make it a good experience because we know it's hard-earned cash that you're spending to come in here. A lot of the time, where we have a couple of bands that do come in here who are making a living from music, but we know that most of the people who are coming in are having to make their living elsewhere and then spend it on this. So yeah, we want to make it the best possible environment for you to do that and give you the best possible opportunity to have a future in music, if that's the...
And we got some really lovely messages under the post about it, and everyone's saying like, "We'll support you. We need places like this." And I think communities do need places like this. The amount of people that come here and know about the place, and it's really like it did warm my heart to see that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But it's one of the things, if you don't use it, you'll lose it to some extent.
Lose it, yeah.
And we've got a big year ahead of us before even more rates come
Yeah.
next year. We've got a year to fight it as well. It's looking positive, but it's just a big transitional period because our leases come up this year, and all that means is that they can put the prices up again.
Yeah,
So it's all going good. It's probably been busier than ever.
Yeah,
Recording-wise, rehearsal-wise, tuition.
That's right.
But it's just, it gets harder.
That's the thing, that it feels double-edged, isn't it? That you've got this amazing enthusiasm for people wanting to make music, and our enthusiasm hasn't dimmed in terms of supporting that, making sure giving the best possible result for anyone coming in here, that if they are coming in to record, that they get the best possible outcome so that it's got the best possible chance.
Yeah.
But as you said, you can if sometimes feels like the better you do, the harder you get hit.
Yeah.
So even if you wanted to extend and say, oh, now we've got a little bit of a gap, we can invest. When someone comes along and says, no, we're having that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really hard.
You don't know where you're at.
It's really
Yeah.
hard work. There are businesses that get exclusions for business rates. And they're the sort of business that you would think that would cover things like recording and rehearsal studios, but recording and rehearsal studios are excluded for no particular reason other than they've decided to exclude them. So there's a lot of government lobbying that's going on that says, surely you should give some relief to these creative arts industries. It's a big part of the UK culture, always has been. It really isn't about like studios like this one, like Apollo, going and saying, oh, give us a break, it's not fair. Every other industry that's equivalent is getting a break.
Yeah.
but recording studios aren't.
Yeah.
It seems completely crazy.
Yeah.
So we're only really asking for the same
Well, no, we're not
treatment as
hands
everyone.
out.
We're not asking
Yeah.
for special treatment. We
No.
just want the same treatment as
Yeah.
everyone else. But life goes on.
Yeah.
The fact that you take on a business like this and make a big success of it, and the thing that you said about community, not only do communities need places like this, but this place is a community as well, which I think is an even greater testament to the work that you've done here. That you've got people coming in who all know each other and know about they start, like you said, forming bands together, playing together, going out and doing shows together. They'll grow up together. We've got, what's the youngest kids that come in here? 5, 6?
Yeah. Yeah.
Starting at that level, saying, I want to play an instrument, I want to be in a band.
Yeah.
That's an amazing service, I think.
I saw a TikTok about how much Britain is for a small island, we are at the forefront of music, like in every category.
Yeah, and continue to be.
Yeah. For a small island, it is.
Even though it's being made harder and harder, and because it's huge amounts, and this isn't just aren't we good at arty stuff?
Yeah.
It brings in a huge amount of money, and always has brought in for the economy in the UK. Record sales, streaming sales, whatever. The music business has always been a big part of it. And yeah, continue to, I suppose you would say, punch above our weight.
Yeah.
Even in cultures like America, who've got, let's face it, an awful lot of musicians and an awful lot of music of their own.
Yeah.
And yet still they'll kind of go, yeah, I like that stuff. Olivia Dean won the Breakthrough Artist at the Grammys, I think, was it?
Yeah.
Is that what she
Yes,
won?
yes, sure. It's like at the list up.
I think it was Breakthrough Artist.
So we got the big four. She was.
So she had a really good year.
Yeah. Song of the year was Billie Eilish with Wildflower.
Yeah.
I don't think I know that one. And then record of the year was Kendrick Lamar and SZA.
Yeah.
Luther. Album of the year was Bad Bunny.
Yeah, I think we expected that.
Yeah.
Big success.
And then new artist was Olivia Dean.
Yeah.
There's so many different categories, isn't there?
But actually, there's a lot to cover. It's a bit of a shame sometimes with some other award ceremonies, like the Brits, for example. You think, well, actually, there's areas that you're just ignoring,
Yeah.
and maybe a few more categories would be good.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
But yeah, like I said, like British artists still showing up and still being successful. And that Olivia Dean album, do you still listen to it?
Oh no, I think you just hear it everywhere, and it comes on my playlist. I've got every single song on my playlist, but it's just in the general public now, isn't it?
Yeah. The Brit Awards, some of the performances have been confirmed, but we were talking about Pink Pony Club being Song of the Year. And didn't that come out ages ago? So I looked this up. Do you know when it was first released?
Go on.
April the 3rd, 2020.
What?
I know. It came out in 2020.
So how was it?
It was a hit last year. It actually reached its chart peak in the UK last year. March the 13th, 2025 is when it hit its top
That should be allowed.
chart peak.
It's like getting Beatles back in the charts and like.
So it just feels so. I mean, okay, it was a big hit and it was ubiquitous and all right, it hit the top, its top chart position in March last year. So I suppose it qualifies. But it's been around so long to be Song of the Year. Or nominated. I mean, it's not. I'm saying, surely you're not going to. Surely people who are voting for that will be going, yeah, I heard it.
Yeah.
There's got to be new stuff. That's what we were saying. So yeah, we were right. It's a long time ago. Maybe it is a great song. But if it was a great song, it was a great song in 2020 and you didn't nominate it then.
Yeah.
So the only reason that you're nominating it now is because it's now a successful great song.
Yeah.
That's not the same thing, is it? No. Does it have to be successful? But maybe the Brits are just about commercial success. But one thing I did see, which I like, I suppose, Noel Gallagher is the Songwriter of the Year.
What's the last thing he
we'll get
released?
Songwriter of the Year. Well, I don't think it's because of the year. I don't think it's like Songwriter.
Oh, is it like an icon sort of thing?
Yeah. It's the. I think that's badly written. Actually, it should be the 2026 Brit Songwriter Award or something.
That's fair enough.
I think. Well,
I think he deserves that.
if he hasn't, if you're going to have a British songwriter win an award for a songwriter,
he's pretty up there.
Noel Gallagher's got to be up
Yeah.
there, and certainly, given everything that happened last year, and that there's probably no. They could have done this. They did it for what's the name? One Direction, didn't they? They basically that was the joke. They kind of made the One Direction award.
Oh,
it
really?
wasn't called that,
Yeah.
but it was the award that had the name that it was always going to be One
Oh, yeah,
Direction
yeah,
that
it's
won
very
it,
specific.
because it
Yeah,
was
yeah,
like
yeah.
they're the ones that have done that,
Yeah.
and you create awards so you can give an award to One Direction.
Yeah.
It feels like they could have done that last year. There's like there's the Oasis award.
Yeah.
It's like biggest selling British
Best
rock
comeback.
act called
Yeah.
Oasis, win an award. But yeah, I think Noel Gallagher. I don't think you can really say he doesn't deserve to be recognised as a songwriter, even if you don't like his songs.
No, they're just so in the
They're
general
very
public,
successful. There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
They've been used in lots of things.
I know Grammys is bigger and they've got more time to do it, but
Yeah.
they do represent and give the wider audiences, wider genres a chance. So like Spirit Box,
Yeah.
are a metal band, had a performance, even though it was the non-televised performance. I think it was
Yeah.
their only streaming one.
Yeah.
But they got a chance to perform on stage at the Grammys.
Yeah.
And bands like Turnstile, who are big in the rock, they're getting airtime,
Yeah.
which I don't think you'd really see at the Brits.
Yeah. I think Turnstile won as well, didn't they?
Yeah,
not? I won
best rock
one,
band.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was good to see.
Yeah.
And we've got to mention our old co-host Miles
Yes.
was at the Grammys.
We were talking last episode about showing up to awards ceremonies,
Yeah.
and then he shows up at an awards ceremony.
I was like, he's done that. I was like, it's got to be AI. He's not the type of person that will just do that. But I texted him and I was like, how have you managed that?
yeah.
He looked the part, didn't
He did. He had the suit.
he? Yeah.
All in black.
Yeah.
I'm going to say he was doing some George Michael vibes.
Yeah.
I reckon. Do you think?
Yeah. What, sitting on a bench somewhere?
That's his scene.
Nice.
I missed what you said there. Then I got it.
It's like 2 degrees separation. We basically know like Kendrick Lamar now.
That's how.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure that. Did Miles meet Kendrick Lamar?
I don't know.
He
Let's
was
just say he
there.
did.
Is that the same thing?
Yeah.
I was just in the same vicinity. We'll have to find out how he got on when he comes back.
Yeah, he'll probably never come back now.
Well, that's right.
Yeah.
Just out
He's
there.
better than us now.
Just out there now. He wasn't nominated, by the way. We're just we'll take the edge off this. He was there.
Best host on the Apollo Audio podcast, he won.
We have an album to talk about. Shall we do that?
Yes, let's do it. Let me get the track list up.
There was a specific album you said I want to do this one,
Yes.
which is
Audioslave by Audioslave.
yes.
It's one of the albums I haven't listened to the whole way through, but I know so many tracks of it.
Yeah.
And it's just kept coming up in our friendship group recently. It's like, it's got Audioslave just got so many bangers, and especially with this album, because I've done 2 albums, but I don't think I know any of the second
Did you
one.
do 2 or 3?
I think it was
they
2.
might have done a third one. I
Oh,
think.
really?
But this is the debut.
Yeah. So many singles like Coach Eyes. I remember when that came out. That's always on Kerrang.
Yeah.
Show Me How to Live, probably one up there, one of my favourite songs ever. The snare sound on that song, just the production in general, is so good. The band probably involves some of my favourite musicians of all time anyway. It's got my favourite bass player in, one of my favourite guitarists of all time in. I forget the drummer's name, but he's brilliant. Chris Cornell.
So it's basically
Rage Against the Machine.
It's Rage Against the Machine plus Chris Cornell and minus Zach De La Rocca. Is that right?
Yeah. And you can, like, I was listening the other day, I was like, I can imagine Zach doing like a verse over this and it would still work. So it's basically like Rage's 4th album.
Yeah.
And I really, really loved it. And going in, I thought, oh Christ, this is going to be a bit top heavy, because you're opening with Coach Eyes and Show Me How to Live, and then Gasoline, and what You Are, and then Like a Stone, and then Set Off in the Shadow in the Sun. They're probably like the 6 or 7 strongest album tracks like I've ever heard in a row. Bang, 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 bang. And then I did feel it dipped a little bit, but then it was really, I like a Stone, when that came in, it was really, really hard going dynamically, and then it came down.
Yeah.
And I think they got better at that as it went on. And I think there was a couple of tracks that, after Shadow in the Sun, didn't enjoy as much, but they did bring it back, like Bring It Back Alive, Like My Way. Again, because it's a new album to me, I knew the first half really well just off singles and doing bits. Obviously, don't know the later tracks as well. But I'm sure I could get into it the more I listen to it. I listened to it a few times over, and it's just like, it's just me. In that, like, it's just riffs, great melodies, tasteful. I'm not a massive fan of guitar solo stuff, but the way Tom Morello either does the most impressive solo or the most annoying solo you've ever heard. Like, we've got a running joke in our friendship group. It's like, he does it with like a jack lead, puts it into his hand. I was like, how many times can you do that in a song, Tom? Just put the lead down. Just play the guitar. Because his whole thing is like, he loves scratching and DJing hip hop, and he tries to like recreate that on the guitar. But again, just production wise, I think it's insane as well.
It's Rick Rubin, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Wow, that probably explains it. 2002 as well. So what's that? nearly 25 years old.
Yeah.
Still think it stands up today. If that was released now, oh my God.
Have you read his book, The Creative Act?
I've read a bit of it, yeah.
Yeah, I listened to the audio version of it, which is great because he's actually got these sort of, he does it very meditatively. He's got these chimes in between the chapters. So it's almost like he's at some sort of, he's really set it up as some sort of guru. So bing, and then his latest thing. But I really enjoyed it. It's really good.
I didn't know that. That's really cool. Makes me like it even more.
I don't know if he worked on the third one. He definitely worked on the second one.
Yeah. Is it a bit of you?
Did I know what to expect? I probably did, because I know a bit of Soundgarden. I know Chris Cornell. I've actually seen Chris Cornell live.
Oh, where?
At the Roundhouse.
What, just him?
In Camden. It was his solo show, yeah.
Oh, cool. Did you play the James Bond song? That's a great song.
I think he did. I think it was around about that time, yeah. I went because a mate of mine wanted to go, and I went along because I was just going to gigs at the time. So I'll go. Yeah. So didn't know his stuff that much, didn't know the style that much, but he was quite an amazing performer. And again, just we talked about 2016 people dying. He was 2017, wasn't he? I think just the year after. So I sort of knew what to expect, because I kind of knew what. Obviously, we've covered a couple of Rage albums, and I know a little bit of the Soundgarden and Chris Cornell's voice. So yeah, mash those two together. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. It's Chris Cornell with Rage Against the Machine. But I remember when we did certainly the first Rage album, enjoying it a lot more than I sort of expected to, because it's not really something that I would listen to regularly. And I had the same experience with this one. Thought I wouldn't normally seek out listening to this genre, this sort of music, but I really enjoy it. Like it's so well performed, and the riffs riffs are so good. Yeah, and his voice is excellent. The first track, honestly, Cochise, when that came, I thought, it's Led Zeppelin, isn't it? Yeah. It sounds so much like what I would expect Led Zeppelin to sound like. The rest of it, not. I mean, but that influence sort of deteriorated. Yeah. But I thought, this could, as far as my understanding of Led Zeppelin, which is pretty small. But I thought, that's got to be in that sort of same zone, but and not in a bad way at all. That was great. It's an hour long. I didn't find it hard to stick with. Funnily enough, because we were saying about the Hayley Williams album being about an hour, and although I liked every single song on it, after about 40 minutes or so, you're going, it's just not finished yet. Yeah. I didn't really have that experience with this one, even though I knew it was an hour. I think I did have a look when it got towards the last couple of tracks. I was like, where are we? How much longer have I got to go? But it wasn't an endurance test. No. In that sense, it was like, it's a long time to listen, but it wasn't like I'm just trying to get through this. It was like, okay, these are all good, and I'm enjoying listening to it. I think there was elements of it that really felt like the Rage influenced. Tom Morello's guitar, especially. I think like you said, those are elements that you think, if this had been a Rage Against the Machine album, you wouldn't question it.
Oh yeah, if you take away Chris Cornell's vocals, it could easily be a
I don't think that's true of the whole thing, though. Like I said, I think
like a Stone, I suppose.
There's parts of it where you can, I think, get more of Chris Cornell's influence. Coming in. Yeah. I don't know enough of either act, Soundgarden or Chris Cornell or Rage Against the Machine, to be able to make this comment. But I did read a comment that a reviewer who was saying, in this first album, although it's good, it never quite takes off, and it does sound like Rage Against the Machine with Chris Cornell. Whereas in subsequent albums, they sounded like Audioslave. They sounded like a band. That was his view. So I don't know enough about either.
This is the biggest album by far,
any of the acts to be able to sort of say that that's true. But they said they became more. They sounded more cohesive as they worked together longer. So these are great, really well made, really well played, really well written stuff. Right? That's all.
I think it's just musicians.
All the things. Musicianship is great, but also not. Although there are those elements, like you said, the way that the guitar is played, but it never gets too show-offy. No. Which is something, talking about metal and hard rock and stuff. That's the thing that really puts me off a little bit with some of those genres, is they get too show-offy about listen to my guitar solo, and I don't want to.
No. That's why I
look how clever I am. I don't care.
The rhythm section. I think is it Ray? Not Ray Wilkins, he's a football player. And Tim Comerford. It's like the grooves they make, and it's like, it's not the most, they can do the most complicated things, but it's just like in the pocket all the time, and it's just like hip hopping, it's just like bang on your head, and then Tom's doing something weird over there. Just let him do his thing. They're like holding down the pocket, and like it's so good. And I love the envelope fill we use on this because that sounds like a whole different like instrument, and that's what I love about Rage and Audioslave. Like everything that is recorded is played. I don't think there's many overdubs or whatever. Like it's them. And that's quite refreshing because like I did think at one point, and then it changed. It's like I don't know. It's just what my ear is used to nowadays. You've got so much overdubs and like production. I was like, for musicians keeping it interesting and doing just with their instruments, it's quite a challenge. Like to do and to keep it different and to keep it for an hour. Like I said, there's a couple of songs where I think it lost its way a little bit, then came back. But I do think that's partly to do with like the track listing of it. And it was just so like in your face for like 6 tracks.
I think it could be the songwriting as well. I suspect that there were songs that were sort of, you know, earmarked for whatever Rage Against the Machine were going to do next. And probably earmarked for whatever Soundgarden or Chris Cornell was going to do next. And then they're like, well, we'll pull these two together. And I think, like you said, you've got that sort of string of songs. My feeling would be those first sort of 5-6 songs were Rage songs. And then you start getting more into the collaborations later on. And that might be where it sort of not lost its way, but that might be why you get that sort of slight change in dynamic, and
my
and a
ear
slight
is
change
more
in feel.
Tuned to the Rage sort of stuff, so that's why I love that hard hitting sort of first stuff. But definitely an album I'm going back to and listen. It's again, some of them I know just some of my most streamed songs ever. Like Show Me How to Live is, I think, one of the best riffs of all time. That it's just so fun to play as well. Such a cool music video. I remember at the end of the one where he does that. I remember watching it on Kerrang, and he does that thing at the end where it's obviously auto-tuned, but I didn't know at the time. He goes, and he's just skipping out notes. I was like, how the hell has he done that? Like, he's talented, that Chris Cornell.
He's amazing.
How
is he doing that?
But I like little things like that. It's just like, it's interesting, isn't it? And he's, I say, what wasn't a fan of. He does some like sort of scatting at the end of one of the songs. That's like,
no one likes that. It's like whistling we were talking about before. It's like, okay, should there be more whistling? Nah, I don't know.
It's of his time.
What is a modern hit that's got whistling in it? Can't think of anything. Or scatting. Is that really a current thing? I was speaking to a friend of mine who's a session drummer, and he was saying the production style and things like this, and he was talking about the drums particularly, and he mentioned Evil Empire, just talking about Rage Against the Machine. He said one of the things that's really clever is it's really well produced in the sense that it feels like it's loud, but it never gets tiring. And I think that's good, that production style on Rage Against the Machine, on this Audioslave thing as well. You've got all that kind of, it feels like it's loud and heavy, but it never feels tiring. So that's a lot to do with how it's recorded and produced.
And Rage have got a history of like, I don't know, I can't remember if it's on this album or not, but they do pan a lot of their guitars left and right, like hard as well. And I suppose that gives a bit more space. It's quite cool. Because Tim plays the guitar like a bass sometimes, bass like a guitar. And it's just so powerful and driving. He's like a lead guitarist in himself. But yeah, loved it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I didn't know what your thoughts would be. So
it's a really good experience for me. Like listening to stuff that you wouldn't normally listen to. You know, this might be something that you always felt like you would want to listen to, and you quite a lot of it anyway, but not the album. So you get that whole experience. For me, it's like, I'm not sort of avoiding it necessarily, but it's like I would go and listen to something else. I wouldn't necessarily think Audioslave, because that's not really my scene.
Is this more?
But then whenever I do, I'm like, actually, this is really cool.
Is this more you than Rage?
It's probably a bit more. Maybe a little easier, a little bit more accessible, just a little bit more melodic, because the vocal's more sung than, a lot of the Rage stuff is more rapped. And again, that's a little bit out of my comfort zone. But I do remember, and this is going back quite a long time, but when we listened to that first Rage album for the podcast, that I was pleasantly surprised. Sounds like the wrong phrase, because there's nothing pleasant about it really, but but yeah, it was just like, oh god, this is like, I knew Killing in the Name of, but the rest of the album was just as strong really, and I was that I wouldn't have expected, because I thought, they've got a song that I like, because that one's cool and it really hits, but the rest is going to be a bit of a stretch, but it wasn't. So I keep finding, and I mean, I know I've always liked riff-based stuff.
You can't beat a good riff, and like, if you want riffs and like in the pocket, like rhythm section, and like great melodies, and going heavy, and then the loud, quiet dynamic. You can't. This is like for you, I think. It's just so cool.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Do you think it's on vinyls?
Nah, I mean, partly. You think about these things again. It's an hour long, so you know, are you gonna squeeze that onto a vinyl record anyway? This is CD era stuff. I think again, everything about it says CD era. The length of it, the production of it. I think all of it. 2002. It all says this is after the time when people were making records primarily on vinyl. And I think a bit of that sort of come back again. But partly for that reason, I think no. I think it's. And maybe this is it's an addendum to our thing. Does it vinyl? It's sort of would you buy it? It's a CD album. Streaming or purchasing. Is that what I'm trying to say? Do you listen to it as an album? I can't see a vinyl version of this working.
No, I definitely
a physical product version of it working. But you know, like we've got it on the wall now. You've got Evil Empire. You know, you listen to that and you feel I want to have that.
Yeah.
Did you get the same experience with this one?
Well, I'll tell you why. Right, Evil Empire is probably one of my favourite albums ever.
Yeah.
Vinyls usually for me aren't the sort of heavy genre ones. Like vinyls are like when I want to go away and sort of like put an album on and it's a whole piece of music. Metal and that is probably my favourite genre.
Yeah.
But when I'm putting on a vinyl, I don't want to be shouted at for an hour. I want to be like, right, that one's different because that's in the pocket and it's like hip hop and whatever. Or, again, I'd definitely buy a CD of that. I probably did back in the day. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't buy a vinyl of it. It doesn't mean I don't love it. But I think the vinyl's for me a bit more chiller.
I think that's one of my favourite quotes. If we were doing clip quotes for the podcast, I'd do that. Well, I don't want to be shouted at for an hour.
That's what being in the car with CDs
I don't mind if it's streaming, but if it's a vinyl, I don't want to be shouted at for an hour. In the car, shout at me all you like.
But vinyl's all processed. I'm getting the disc out of the sleeve to be shouted at. I don't want that.
Yeah, no, I think that's exactly what I think about it as well. But it does it vinyl? That's really the way I think about it. Do I want to sort of sit in and it kind of absorb it in a different way? I don't know. You experience it in a completely different way. But that's weird as well, isn't it? Because in the past, plenty of heavy rock albums, plenty of just shouting at you albums would have been on vinyl because that was the only thing. So it wasn't stopping people. But I really enjoyed it. And
go listen.
Go listen to Audioslave. Check it out. It's good. So for many reasons, great songs, great performances, great production. So all those things that you could build into your sort of thought processes in terms of how you approach your own music. Think, I want to do something like that, or I never want to do anything like that.
Yeah.
For me as well as a producer, it's like, as you said earlier on, it's not always like I love the song, but sometimes it can be I love the snare sound.
Yeah.
Or what have they done with that guitar? That's really interesting.
You don't hear vocals like his anymore as well.
True.
Across genres, he's just got so like visceral and like how he can sustain it live and across a whole album. Anyways, man with the talent, wasn't he?
Yeah. Absolutely. Right, Audioslave, go listen. We'll be back next time with another album. Who knows what it'll be? Who knows what genre it'll be? Will we challenge ourselves or will we make it easy? Who knows? Thank you for listening as always. That's the Apollo Audio Podcast. Thank you, Billy.
Thank you, Martin.
You can find us on Instagram at Apollo Audio Podcast or write to us. No one ever writes to us. If you want to email, it is apolloaudiopod@gmail.com. That's where you'll find us on socials. You can DM us there, you can write to us there, but you can also, of course, find out more about the studio and the services that we offer at apollo-audio.co.uk. Find out all the details of what you can book at the studio, and let's get making music.
Yes.
We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
You sure you forgive me?